Hey y'all, Gnome here. Server X160, the best in the West. Member of the proud deputy of the Diamond Dogs. If any high-end players that just kind of want to join a fun guild that participates a lot, we have a good time, hit us up. We're on Discord or wherever. I don't know. I'm Gnome, wherever that is. But I thought I'd bring you a quick video on the new clan that's going to be released. And it looks like we have an assassin clan, even though we just had the Unmayong. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. But they came out a little bit ago. And then we had the Vimana not too distant. So it looks like they kind of overpowering the assassins right now, which I don't mind because I love assassins. I think they're one of my favorite. I love mages and assassins. I think marksmen not so much. I think they're a little more boring. Anyhow, let's check this champion out, because what's cool about the assassins in this game is that they are great at getting into the back line. Or in the case of female Nereid, just kind of hiding so no one can attack them while they're just pow, 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 daggers everywhere, flying. So, but let's go through this champion. Looks like he's part of the food district, if you're looking for that kind of information. Serpentide, let's give him a quick whirl. Oh, sorry, I'm in the way here. Damn. Got a couple daggers there. Oh, whoa, 2 snakes spitting venom. Oh, that's pretty cool. So 2 stakes, 2 daggers. He's got like a little crown going on here. He's got an orb at his belt. That looks pretty cool. The belt buckle looks really sweet with the 2 snakes. So let's check out some of his abilities real quick. So his passive is Molten Serpent. Within 4 seconds after casting an active skill, each of the caster's normal attacks or skills will deal extra damage, 60% of strength to the target, additionally gaining 30% life steal of all that damage, which is really nice. So for 4 seconds after using an active, so we want this champion to be like rocking that active, and then just heavy normal attacks, heavy skills doing extra damage. It's nice. If an enemy champion dies within 10 seconds of receiving caster damage, the caster will evolve up to 2 times. First evolution, increase crit rate by 30%. So if an enemy champion dies within 10 seconds of taking damage, they'll evolve. Oh, that's really cool. So you also need to make sure this champion just like dishing out damage to everybody, so if anyone dies that he can evolve. So first evolution, crit rate by 30%. That's insane. He's going to be critting all over the place. So you're going to need a trait like the dire trait, where normal attacks add to crit damage, because he's going to be critting a lot. You don't have to worry about crit rate so much. You just need to worry about crit damage. So, or getting a plume dance, of course, that's an option, the Corbett clan trait. And so, second evolution, active skill steals the target's energy. Ooh, what's this active skill that takes away energy? So, Serpent Strike. Quickly, so this is the active, quickly rushes behind the target with the lowest current constitution, which is nice. I'm guessing they mean, I don't know if they, just the lowest number. That's cool. So it'll kind of be an execute maneuver, making 4 guaranteed hit attacks with a dagger, dealing a total of 520% strength damage. So a total 4 guaranteed hit attacks with a dagger. I'm guessing it's like the female Vimana's active, where she swipes her claws 5 times. This is just a dagger, quack, quack, quack. But they're guaranteed hits, which is really cool. And so 520% strength damage. And if you have an on-hit trait, it's going to have 4 chances to activate really quick, which is nice. Each attack also reduces the target's energy by 50 points. So that's really nice, keeping them from being able to heal or survive from using their ultimate from all the damage they're taking. Each attack also reduces, so there's 4 attacks. They're guaranteed. They each reduce energy by 50 points. So what's cool about that is, remember the passive, it said second evolution, active skill steals the target's energy. So he's actually going to steal 200 points of energy if he gets that second evolution. That's really cool. So, but if not, still, him taking 200 points away from the of the target's energy away, that's really nice. In battle, the caster's active skill cooldown is reduced by 12% each time an ally uses an active skill. That's really cool. So if you partner this champion up with like a female Kivak, you will not only have the impair stacking onto enemies, but you'll also have this guy's active cooldown being reduced, and that active is really nice. Like, that's, I don't know, I might go this guy. I'm really tempted. Let's see what his ultimate is. Underworld Captive. Excuse me. Summons a Serpent King to bind the current target for 4.5 seconds. Okay. I wonder what that's going to look like. Like, is it just a big snake that just kind of wraps around somebody? That would be pretty cool. Target cannot move while bound and takes true damage equal to 250% of the caster's strength every second. So it's 4.5 seconds. So that's 1,000, and then half of that, 1,125. Isn't that right? Yes, because half a second after that. Or maybe, I don't know if it counts on hit. So that's always interesting. So 1,125, assume strength overall, over 4.5 seconds. After the bind, but it is true damage, so to consider that. That's really nice. The true damage is very strong in this game. After the bind ends, the Serpent King enters the target's body, dealing extra true damage equal to 15% of the target's lost constitution, up to the cap of 20 times the strength, which on most player champs, I don't know, do y'all ever cap out with that? I'm not at that level yet. So that's extra true damage, and just assume they have 200 million constitution at my point. It's the lost constitution. So say they've lost half. So they've lost 100 million. So 15% of that's going to be 15 million extra damage on top of what we just got from the percentage up top. 1,125% strength total over 4.5. So that's a lot. Okay, now it also inflicts fear for 2 seconds. So I guess it goes in the body. It deals all this damage. They're running away because they're scared from the Serpent King. If the target is killed by the Serpent King, which might happen, that's a lot of damage, or dies during the bind, which the bind is at the beginning, the caster gains 200 energy. So he's like basically getting closer to casting his ult again, which is really nice. If the target is already bound when the skill is... Oh, okay, so they're anticipating this ult going off a ton. So maybe for a trait to give them is energy regen, maybe a pure heart, just to get them out of bulko quickly. But this is a pretty insane ult. Let's see what else it does. So if the target's already bound when the skill is cast, the bind duration is extended by another 4.5 seconds. So that's 9 seconds. So that's another 1,000% of the caster's strength over 4 seconds basically. And the Serpent King's damage dealt to the target increases by 20%. So that's like another 200% strength damage or more. 250 almost. No, more than 250. Yeah, that's nice. Damage increase unstackable. So it only happens once, but if you can just keep getting this ult to go off, and remember, it's binding. I'm guessing that's a complete stun. It's probably going to help the new Guardian, the Voidborn. It's probably going to help your Meltwater and Sun as well if you decide to go that route. And don't forget, While after using an active skill, each of the caster's normal attacks or skills, that's including the ultimate. So as he's just like keeps on using this ultimate over and over within 4.5 seconds, he's dealing extra 60% strength damage to the target and life stealing, so he's healing up a lot. If the enemy champion dies within 10 seconds, which there's a high chance that somebody is going to die from this guy focusing on them. This guy's pretty nuts. And then after increasing the crit rate, think of this guy's ultimate critting. Oh, man. Put the strike one, the female dire clan trade on this guy. Oh, man, that's intense. And then don't forget, he's stealing energy with his active, and that's going to just help his ult stay on a target, basically keeping him out of the game. And then so it's the current target though, but remember his current target is normally the target with the lowest current constitution. So he's just going everywhere. Oh man, this guy's cool. He's intense. But the sad part is he's just going to be added onto the meta. He's going to go with female dire because female dire uses her active a lot. Well, I guess just a normal amount. Maybe she has the ability to reduce the active cooldown. I don't remember. But overall, really impressed. Nice champion. Alright. Let's check out the female. Oh yeah, sorry. I could have just switched right here. I forget about that. The little button at the top right there. It changes them over. So, looks like she's got two snakes too. She's got a single kind of dagger. It looks more like a short sword to me. She looks really cool. The hair looks cool. She's just got one tattooed hand ready to just start. Wow, she's going to be really cool. I bet her gameplay looks really nice. Let's see what she's got to offer. I'm really impressed with the male. Most likely going with the male. But let's see. Netherworld ambush at the start of the battle. Okay, so let's talk about this. So with Mel Askevarg in the game, he's definitely meta. And remember, I was high on Mel Askevarg from the very get-go. He's awesome. I've always been a fan. And so by having Mel Askevarg in every team, one is super annoying. Because they charge your team, gets everybody clumped up. Well, she's kind of a counter to that now. Think of this. At the start of the battle, teleports behind the enemy with the lowest current constitution percentage. And you might be like, hey, but at the start of the battle, everybody's got a high constitution percentage. Like, everyone should be 100. Well, this is in consideration of if you are coming up on a team that's injured already, or someone's attacking you on a tower, and they're just like tearing down the people in the tower, and then they come to you. Well, if they have their female dire in the back row with the lowest current constitution percentage, she's going to instantly teleport behind them, dealing damage equal to 240% of the caster's strength and marking the target for 10 seconds. During the mark, the target's energy recovery on hit is reduced by 60%, and the caster's damage to the marked target is increased by 45%. Okay, let's break this down. So she instantly jumps behind him, dealing 240% strength and giving him a 10-second mark. 10 seconds, pretty long in this game. Remember, that's how long it takes for Bulko to wear off. So she'll have this on the entirety of Bulko if it's not removed. During the mark, the target's energy recovery on hit is reduced by 60%. So if you hit the enemy, their energy recovery is reduced by 60%, and the caster's damage to the marked target. So they basically mark a target, they get increased damage to them, and they reduce their energy recovery. So on hit, yeah. Oh, that just means that they hit them. So, and that'll stay on pretty much the whole 10 seconds. So consider that it's a energy reducing tactic. And she gets 45% more damage. That's pretty nice. Think of that paired up with like male Kojiki, who gives her attack speed and on top of that extra damage. And then he uses his active and gives her even more damage. So that could be pretty powerful on her, just to get her into the back row, killing off the strongest of the enemies. So I wonder who she's going to teleport to if it's a fresh team coming onto you. So everybody's current constitution is 100%. I wonder who she'll teleport to. Will she just teleport to her target position on the map? If so, you'll need her in the back row. If not, maybe putting her somewhere on the front row if you don't have a male Kojiki or the new Fumi, or Fumu. Fumi, I think his name is. I'm sorry, I haven't looked that up yet. Alright, so, if the target dies during the mark, the skill is cast again. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so if she marks the target that she teleports behind for 10 seconds, and she deals that 240%. So if the target dies during the mark, the skill is cast again. So she again teleports behind the enemy with the lowest current constitution. So she's staying on the enemy that is weakened. And then after that, upon the first cast, the caster gains immune to targeting for 5 seconds. Oh, so that protects her. So at the start of the battle, she just doesn't teleport there and then die. So she gets like immune to targeting for 5 seconds. Now imagine this. Pair her with a male Esterier. Now Esterier's active gives about at the 5 second mark when actives are going off. Male Esterier's active would give her, so she's in the middle position or in the P1 if male Esterier's in the P2, or he, I guess he could be anywhere if she's in the P1. But if male Esterier is in the P1, she could be easily in the P2 position and just clearing out that spot at the start of the battle, so the enemy's not hitting you with like a Romulus active or something AoE like that, or even a female arbiter active. So let's look at this again. If the target dies during the mark, the skill's cast again. So she's immune, and then she just keeps jumping to the lowest percentage enemy, which is fantastic. She's looking really good too. This is a good pairing. All the snakes, nice. Might look cool with the female Dire in the clan, or the male Dire, whichever. So here's the active. Command a venomous snake to bite the target, dealing damage equal to 600% of the strength, which poisons them for 5 seconds. Okay, so an instant 600, and it's just on the target. So remember, she's following around the lowest constitution target. Sorry, I'm outside. Sunrise. It's beautiful this morning. A lot of different colors. Reds, oranges, yellows, frame kind of the trees, which they're more silhouetted right now. It's really pretty. Anyhow, let's continue on this venomous bite. So it deals an instant 600% of strength and poisons them for 5 seconds. While poisoned, the target cannot restore constitution, so a healing prevention here. And 50% of any healing received is converted into direct damage. So if they are getting healed by anyone on the team, like such as a male Akuna, a male Spider, a male Water and Sun, a male Lume, they'll actually take damage instead of getting healed. So it's like, oh, this is like an anti-healer champion. This is nice. There's a lot of people that have at least 2 healers on their teams in the current metas, and this would kind of counter some of that, you know. The problem is, this doesn't do anything against the new Bloodcraft Fumi because it's all shielding, not healing. So consider that. If y'all start seeing a lot of these champions in the meta, one of her weaknesses will be going against a Fumi, or Fumu, whatever. Resets after using a passive skill. Oh my goodness. Remember how much she's going to be using this? Because if someone dies with the mark on them, she's just going to be using it. And then this active kicks in. So just between her passive and her active already, I'm impressed. Not to mention, it reset, that her active resets after her passive. Well, remember how the male, his active cooldown goes down with an active being used. So this would go great in conjunction with the male. Just her active going off, refreshing the cooldown on his active. Nice to assassin pairings here. There's her old Serpentide. Releases a tidal wave of snakes to attack the target. Okay, so this is her. Remember, she's following around the lowest constitution champion, and that's got a mark on it. And if it dies, so if she kills it with her ult, then she's going to be able to jump to somebody else, which refreshes her active. This is pretty crazy. So it releases a tidal wave of snakes to attack the target. So, and right now with the current meta, people don't all die at once from male water and sun anymore. They're kind of, people are dying from female dire active. And so it's just people melt away, whoever gets hit, whoever's the weakest. So like, she's going to be going nuts on people's teams because there's going to be female dires, but you know she's going to be on those teams and she's just going to be jumping around. So, and then look at her ult already. We're seeing she releases a tidal to 900% strength to target. This damage ignores the target's strength resistance and increases by up to 50% based on the target's lost constitution. This damage ignores the target's strength resistance, which is really nice. So they take the majority of that 900% strength damage and increases by up to 50% based on the target's lost constitution. Oh, the damage, if they have low con, this will do up to 50% more, which is another 450. So that's 1350% strength. And that's damage that ignores strength resistance. So 1350 strength resistance. And you know they're going to have low constitution because she's jumping around to the champion with the lowest constitution. Okay. Damage increase reaches its max when the target's current constitution is below 30%. So when you get them to 30%, she's doing that 1350, which is, like I said, a high chance with female dire. Female dire is always already going to be user active, and so everyone's going to be low hit points. And then this chick is just going to just jump right in, kill them with her ult. And then, and then remember, when someone dies with the mark on them, it refreshes her active. She also gets, oh my goodness. And then she has that immune at the beat. Sorry, I think I'm going to go her. I think she seems like the better in-game champion to go with the current meta. If the target is killed, the snakes will then swarm to the nearest enemy, dealing another round of damage again. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. She's going to be getting the killing blow with his ult a lot. It completely ignores the target's strength resistance. And then once they're killed, it's going to swarm to the next one. So does she have any lifesteal? I don't think she has any lifesteal. Yeah, I don't see. She's reducing energy recovery with the mark. She's gaining 45% damage. And if the target dies, she's able to just cast again, which refreshes her active. Sorry, that was loud. Which is another direct damage thing. So, of course, she's going to need Brutal. Honestly, I don't think she needs energy regen to use her ult because she's already doing all this crazy damage, teleporting around, not having to get confused by movement. She starts off the battle already attacking, like, instantly, like Askavark. I think I'm going to go with her. I think I'm definitely going to go with her. Even though the male is insane. Like, he gets extra crit, he steals target's energy, he his cooldowns reduce each time an ally uses an active skill. And remember, she's going to be using her active skill all over the place. So these guys could be used crazy in conjunction with each other. Don't forget, this Underworld Captive, his ult is just going off like nuts. So for him, you do need energy regen. You probably need some defense on him too. And what I mean by that is just abilities to survive. because he does have this lifesteal here, but he can be controlled. And so being able to reduce, he's going to evolve, do a ton of damage. He only binds one enemy, remember that. So all the other, he takes one player out of the game. So maybe, like I said, teaming him up with the female could be a crazy combination. If I have the fodder, I might give it a shot, but hopefully you all like this video. We kind of went over both of the champions' predictions. Whenever they come out tomorrow, I'll see if I can get them with whatever event, or if it's normal. Hopefully it's normal summoning, because this is a really powerful clan. And again, I really like assassins and mages, and as you've kind of seen some of my trends in my champions, that's kind of who I focus on. Oh yeah, I do like tanks, but it's more for utility. Same for warriors, but yeah, and gotta say, I might be bringing back the old female Almont, so get ready for an appearance. She's pretty awesome. But we'll talk more about that. Maybe in a Nomish school strategy, we'll get those rolling again. But either way, hopefully you like the video. Give it a like. Doesn't take anything for me. If you like my content, you like some of the numbers we got going into this, give me a subscribe. It kind of helps me out. I'd like to kind of get my Weaver content for Bloodlines a little higher, so I could get some more rewards, so that I can bring y'all some more content. And again, if you like the video, just leave a comment too. Let me know what you think. If I mess something up, if you think something on the new clan, want to voice it, thoughts on anything, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Anyhow, I'll catch you later. Thanks for your time.